That setup took forever. Oh my god. Ignore the reflection from this window. I've been trying to find a place in my room where I could like record this, and it's a small room and there's two windows and that's all the light, and every direction I turn the sunglasses are picking them up, and you might be like, Ethan, why not just take them off? Well, Jan, I like a little mystery sometimes, you know. Hey Jan, I have a question for you. Are you giving your art 100%? You can be honest with me. It's a safe place. It's just you and me here. Are you giving your art 100%? I realized that this has been me for a very long time. I would go in my sketchbook and I would say, hey, I want to draw something, but I want to do it quickly. I want to have something to say, oh my god, I did that in the snap of a finger. And I would often default to drawing the same things over and over, kind of putting myself in a box of things I knew I could draw well. So I would do that, repeatedly draw. Maybe it's heads, you know, or, you know, just upper body. Because who wants to draw full body? Who wants to spend that time and that effort? I would just keep drawing the same things over and over, different font. However, there would be times where I'll get inspiration or something will happen and I have like extra time and I'm like, hey, okay, I want to draw something, but I want to put in 100%. 100%. I want to take my time, something I do not do often. I want to go through the process, do different thumbnails, you know, get inspiration, get different thumbnails, you know, flesh out the drawing, then take my time rendering it. And often or not, those pieces, they take way longer. Of course they're gonna take longer. It takes a lot of brain power. Sometimes it takes 2 days. And sometimes they're still not perfect, right? However, when they're done, amazing. All my favorite pieces that I've ever made have been when I've put 100% in my art. However, that is only about like 5 or 10% of the art I make. And I've been asking myself recently, why? Why is that? Why would I decide that I would rather spend my day doing a bunch of silly little doodles or random head, random fan art, you know, something easy within the box we established, right? Why would I spend my time doing that all day, all week, just to pump it out, when I could be taking that time to flesh out and make illustrations that I would be proud of? Right? You get me? And a big part of it is social media. And I don't want to be that girl. I don't want to be that girl being like, oh my god, let's blame Instagram, let's blame TikTok. Done with TikTok, burn! No. I say it in regards of, you get tricked to create, or I get tricked. I say you, like you guys are the ones that it's happening to me. You get tricked into wanting to push out as much content as possible. It becomes quantity over quality so quickly. It's, if you're not posting consistently, your engagement is dropping. If you're not posting all the time, you know, you'll get forgotten. Like, so I'm constantly like, hey, I need to push out something, I need to draw something. Occasionally I would have, you know, I will have an idea to do maybe like a bunch of thumbnails, and some of them would be really good thumbnails. I pat on the back, big up me. Some of them are really good thumbnails, right? Example, the drawing I'm drawing right now, it would just be a thumbnail to like warm up and like get into mermaid, and I was like, hey, that would be a nice little drawing. A lot of thumbnails I have are good. The ideas, the concepts are good in from my perspective. However, I would always just put them there and I would not do anything with them because I'm like, that would take too much time. That would take too much effort. What am I gonna do that for? I know in my soul I would love that drawing and that illustration if I get it done. However, it's the starting and the the starting always gets me. It's very hard for me to fathom how long something could take in my head, especially when it comes to drawing. I would look at a thumbnail and I would imagine it would take the longest time and I would mentally exhaust myself before I even start to pick up a pencil. And the thing is, when I start to draw, I enjoy it. I enjoy the process of drawing so much. It's the starting that's getting to me. And there have been times where I'm drawing something and, rather than, say I'm tired, I want to take a break, I'll put it down and I'll come back to it another time, which I have been doing more recently. I have been allowing myself to work on a piece for an unestablished amount of time, just over a period of time. Just like I could just work on this today and I'll work on it again for like a month and then it's there, work on it again. It doesn't matter right now. But back then I would be tired, I would be exhausted from all the drawing, and I would say, hey, instead of taking a break, no, we're gonna finish this quickly, we're gonna cut corners, we're gonna just pump it out because we need to post something. And it benefits no one, right? Listen, my advice, if you can, put in that extra 100, put in that extra 10%. At least put in that extra 10%. Whatever you're working on, ask yourself, what if I put more effort in? What if I focused in and I zeroed in? What if I locked in 10% more? What would happen? And that could work with anything. Trust me, that could work with anything. Recently, I was thinking about making a portfolio, because I kind of want to have a portfolio by end of year, because I think you'll help with commissions and whatever, because your boy's broke. And I would love to just have something I could show people that would give a good sense of who I am. All right. However, I can't utilize the doodles. I wouldn't say they're like illustrations anymore. Most of them are not illustrations. I cannot utilize the doodles that I post as a portfolio because they don't represent me. One, there was no deep thought to most of them. There was no deeper thought. There was just, oh my god, I like this reference on Pinterest, I'm gonna do something with this, and boom, and that's it. There was an era where I just drew just stuff on Pinterest, which is good for you, draw references, but that was all. I was just posting them, and I was like, oh my god, this is so much easier than like thinking of something to draw. I don't have to think right now. I want to have a portfolio, but I cannot use those doodles because they don't represent me, and also they're not a good reflection of what I can do in art. Like, you're not gonna get a good sense of me from a random head that I drew, even though I liked random head. Some of the doodles are cute, I would say. You'll not get a good representation of me and what I could do and my full potential as an artist with just something I drew on a whim, and boom, it's there. You need to push yourself not only to grow and retain the knowledge that you have, but also to experiment, and it feels good. I'm starting to understand exercise. And when people say like, the gym feels good, even though their muscles are like being destroyed, the burn feels good. I feel good after I work on a piece that took me a while, that probably made me like sigh and be like, oh my god, why did I sign up for this? It feels good to finish a piece like that. And then when I put time and I put that extra 10% in my work and I end up loving it and I think it's a reflection of me, I get to say, hey, I could put this in a portfolio. And the more pieces like that, the more time I take and the more effort I put into the art direction that I want to take, and putting that extra 10% in, the easier it'll get to go in that direction. You won't grow unless you push yourself. Okay. I like to actively feel like I'm learning something, or actively feel like I'm making a positive development. And I think this piece was a very good representation of all of that, because I took that thumbnail. Like I said, I have many thumbnails, and I could have just doodled and just slap some color, boom, because I wanted to post it the same day. Even if I started late, mermaid, boom, let's go. So I took that, and I could have just said, hey, let's just pump it out. But I had a thought. I opened Procreate and I had a simple thought. I started to reorganize like all my drawings and so on, like, and I have the best ones as the covers. But I looked at them, I was like, I love these drawings so much. What's stopping me from making this a drawing that I would love to? Nothing. I could spend any amount of time I want on this just to make sure it looks good. So that's what I did. I put the extra 10%. I put 100% into that drawing. I experimented a lot. And trust me, she gave me a little headache. She gave me a little headache. But after I finished it, love it. It's my wallpaper on my phone. It's my wallpaper on my iPad. And I'm shouting this from the rooftops. I think we should all just put that 10% in. And maybe you make something you're proud of. Also, maybe sometimes you would not. Sometimes you put the extra 10% and then you end up stressing. And it's okay to take a break. It's okay to take a break. It's okay. Okay? Because I sometimes I lock in on stuff and I create something that I just don't like. But the process helps you learn. And that's what matters in art. Anyways, happy mermaid. I have some videos coming. I always say that and I disappear for months. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm actually serious though. I'm not gonna speak on anything because I don't want to set expectations. But I got an actual mermaid video coming. Don't worry. I didn't talk about anything about the mermaid. I know. It was just an excuse for me to rant to you guys, which I'm gonna do a lot of. You're gonna see a lot of me. You're gonna be sick of me.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Bye, Jan.